Hey everyone, so somebody sent me a message. They wanted to know how I was doing. I know it's been a really long time since I've made a video, and a lot has changed. I had my baby, and so I guess I'll just start off first. This is my little one. She keeps me busy. I love her so much. I'm so proud of her, and I'm so happy that I'm a mom. And yeah, so as far as my anxiety goes, Um, I just realized you can see her little foot right here. Her feetsies, feetsies. Yeah, my anxiety is it's different. I still have my anxiety. I still have panic disorder. That hasn't changed, but it's different. Meaning, I have not had a panic attack since I have had the baby. Um, I do get anxiety still, of course. And it's still mostly I have the triggers. I still have the triggers. When I feel my heart palpitating, I'll get real anxious, but I don't get to the point of panic. I feel like I almost do, but I don't. And I feel like maybe the reason that I don't get panic attacks is because I know that, she is relying on me. I'm everything for her. So I know that I can't um lose it per se with a panic attack. I can't do that anymore. Not that I ever wanted to. I'm sure people that have this understand what I'm talking about. I never wanted to have a panic attack. But it's like now I know that I can't have a panic attack because what if she cries? What if she needs me and I'm not good? So amazingly, it hasn't happened. And I don't know if it's going to stay that way, not having panic attacks. I hope it does. Um, but I don't want to say I'm not better. My anxiety is just still um bad, but the things that I had anxiety about are different. Like if I get pains in my body, or I feel my heart palpitating, I will get that anxiety. But there's a lot of times now where I knew before, when things were calm and you know didn't really have a lot going on, a lot of times that would be the time that I would get my panic attacks, or I would get anxiety because I wasn't busy doing something. So my mind was able to go to that, to that, you know, almost, getting into a panic. Does that make sense? I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'm working on 2 hours of sleep. I've been working on about 2 hours of sleep a night for weeks now. Um, but yeah, it's just we're different. Like I said, um, when I was pregnant, especially in the second and the third trimester, I did not have heart palpitations. It was very rare. And again, for those that don't know, I have the PACs, and PVCs, premature atrial and ventricular contractions. So yeah, amazingly, in the second and the third trimester, I don't know, I'm sure it was hormones, but I didn't really have them. And when I was even in labor, I didn't really have the heart palpitations. And I am so scared of medicines and everything. Just to sum up the story real quick, I had her early, and my water just broke one day. I, wasn't even in labor; it just broke, and I had the baby. And of course, as soon as that happened, I started crying, freaking out, not panic attack, but just really upset, like, oh my God, I hope she's okay, all this stuff. Um, and she did have to stay in the hospital in the NICU for a while. But she is okay. But at that point, I mean, that's your baby. You freak out, and amazingly, like, I didn't have a panic attack, and I was worried, but it wasn't anxiety worry, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's almost like being a mom. You have to be strong for your baby. Um, But yeah, I mean, I still have it. I still have this. And so, anyways, whenever I was in labor, um, I was scared to get the epidural. I didn't want to get it at first because you hear all the side effects, and people with anxiety, you hear, or you think about all the side effects, you think all of them are going to happen to you. But I did decide to get it, and amazingly, I did not have anxiety about getting it. It was weird because all these things that happened that I would normally have a panic attack, I didn't. But yeah, so now she's several weeks old, and I do have the heart palpitations have come back a little worse than they were in pregnancy. I mean, they weren't really. I would say I got them very rare in pregnancy, but now they're worse than that. I don't want to say they're as bad as they used to be, but you know, feeling every single one of them is absolute torture. And especially when I'm completely by myself with just her and I start to feel the PACs, PVCs, and it happens, and then it happens again and again. And whenever I get several in a row in a short amount of time, I do start to really worry. But again, something has made it not get to that panic attack part, and I am really crossing my fingers that it doesn't get that way. Um, but yeah, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and not getting a lot of sleep, of course, having a baby, not getting a lot of sleep doesn't help the anxiety, but I've definitely just kept busy. And so yeah, like I said, it's just different. I don't know how else to describe it. I wish that I didn't have it at all. I wish I didn't have the anxiety. Um, Sometimes I still get the weird sensations. Like I get the cool sensation in my head. I was supposed to get an MRI done um, when I was pregnant. They told me that I could get an MRI. This neurologist that I seen, and I didn't because there was no research on whether or not it affects, you know, an unborn baby. They said that it probably won't. Well, again, somebody with anxiety probably won't is not good enough. So I wasn't going to take any chances getting an MRI done, even though it was only going to be of my head. So I didn't have it done. Now that she is here, I'll probably have it done. And I think that would actually make me feel better because one of my stupid little things that I think all the time is that I have, something wrong with my brain. Well, we know there's something wrong with my brain because I have anxiety, but um, I think that would make me feel better once I get that done because I was having a bunch of weird symptoms and they said they don't think anything's wrong, but they wanted to, check to make sure. But as everyone knows, when they say they don't think anything's wrong, but let's check, in my mind, I'm like, oh, there's something wrong. Like, it doesn't matter if you say 99%, you know, um, there's a 99% chance that you're good, but a little tiny percent chance that you're not. Yeah, I mean, I go to that 1% all the time. So that's my update. I don't know if that made sense. So yeah, I still have anxiety, still have panic disorder because I still live in fear of the next panic attack. That's what panic disorder is. Um, and it's debilitating. Oh, and as far as my agoraphobia goes, I still have that, but now I'm forced to act like I don't have it, if that makes sense. Um, I'm scared to be stuck in traffic, especially with the baby. I It's a girl, by the way. I don't know if you could tell by the pink polka dot pants. Um, but yeah, I'm just so scared when I go out and I'm stuck in traffic. And then the things that I kind of get anxiety about, I'm like, oh my gosh, what if she starts coughing or, you know, um, throws up and gags on it, or I just think of all these things. Probably a lot of new moms think this kind of stuff, but I get anxiety about that stuff. But as far as the agoraphobia, I take her to all her doctor's appointments. I go to the doctor's appointments I need to go to. We need to go shopping. So I do everything with her, and I go out like a normal person, but I still have the agoraphobia. So I'm I'm still scared to do that kind of stuff, but I force myself to do it, and I can do it. See, if it was just me, like before I had the baby, and if I could avoid going somewhere, I just did. But I can't, Who's going to take her to doctor's appointments? There's nobody, just me. So, yeah, it's like it kind of forces me not to have anxiety or agoraphobia, although I still have it. Maybe I haven't had panic attacks because I'm just busy all the time. I don't know. So that's my update. If that made any sense. I'm just so tired. I probably repeated myself a million times. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll do another update video when I can. Bye.